this evening about Lendwithcare. My name is Laurie Lee. I'm the Chief Executive of CARE, which is a charity working to end poverty in developing countries around the world. As I said, we're here to say thank you and to celebrate. And we're here to celebrate the fact that thanks to over 18,000 Lendwithcare lenders like you, we have now been able to help nearly 14,000 entrepreneurs around the world in developing countries with over £5 million of loans to invest in their small businesses, to grow those businesses, to increase their income and to benefit their family and their society. And that is just a fantastic achievement.
Well, I lend with care because I think it's a fantastic idea, it's a fantastic organisation.
We lend with care because it's the opportunity to give people a hand up and not a handout.
People have much more self-respect when you help them rather than just donate to them.
The fact that care is about really giving people a sustainable way out of poverty. We are there when there are emergencies, as we are currently with Ebola, and with Gaza and with Syria, but fundamentally care is there for lasting change, to lift people out of poverty, to help them lift really themselves, of course, out of poverty, and to do that in a sustainable way. And Lendwithcare just sums that up.
I'm fascinated with enterprise and small businesses, and I'm particularly keen on helping women be independent and be able to look after their own families and their children.
Thank you for supporting Lendwithcare. We don't take your support for a minute, we don't take it for granted. And without people like you, it just wouldn't be possible. So specifically, I wanted to address two questions that we get asked about quite a lot from our lenders. So firstly, how do we select our microfinance partners? So for us, microfinance is great. You know, this is what we do, microfinance, but it's not an end in itself. The goal for us is alleviating poverty. We need to make sure that the organisation that we work with feels the same way. So eventually, after doing loads of desk-based research, we undertake, what we call a due diligence visit to look at the partner's actual operations on the ground. And we meet with the staff, we meet with the borrowers, and this lasts about 10 days. And it's also the best way for us to find out whether the organisation does what it claims to do. The second question I wanted to address to you briefly is what is our overall strategy? Well, as Laurie mentioned, our overall strategy, it's about supporting small businesses, it's about creating jobs, it's essentially about helping poor people to help themselves. I mean, that's the big picture. If we're to reduce poverty significantly in poor countries, the key is to promote equitable economic growth combined with high rates of employment creation. By equitable, I just mean everyone getting a fair share of the benefits of the pie. I mean, not just the richest and most powerful. I mean, that's the key to reducing poverty on a big scale.
I recently got to visit with a group of women in Zambia, and I saw firsthand how the small loans have enhanced their livelihoods, expanded their businesses, and changed their communities and their lives.
Basically, my objective today is to introduce you to Akhuwat, the organization I founded around 14 years ago. Akhuwat is not merely a microfinance organization. People think that we only give loans, but for us, this is much more than that. Akhuwat is a manifestation of hope, of optimism. It is solidarity between haves and have-nots. It is an attempt to support people come out of poverty, to realize their potential and to stand on their own feet. Akhuwat is a different kind of a microfinance organization. We have 4 basic principles which we follow very strictly. Principle number 1 is that all loans are interest-free. Even we don't take service charges because we think that all the fruits of labor should be vested with the person, with the poor person whose life we would like to change. The second principle is that our offices are located within or outside or in the neighborhood of a religious institution. It may be church, it may be mosque, because we believe that development objectives cannot be achieved without involving the indigenous institutions. The third principle is that the entire concept hinges on the spirit of volunteerism. As I mentioned in the beginning, that we are not doing business with the poor. We don't see ourselves as an industry. We see Akhuwat as a means to alleviate poverty. The fourth principle, ladies and gentlemen, will really surprise you. That principle is that whenever we give a loan to somebody, we give this loan with a message. And the message is that, look, today you are getting this loan because somebody else wanted to establish bond of brotherhood with you. Somebody else wanted you to move ahead in your life. So today you are taker of the loan, but tomorrow we would like to see you as a giver, as a donor, because no society can flourish, no society can move ahead unless it has a critical mass of people who are willing to invest.
I've travelled around the world and I've seen firsthand some of the poverty that exists, and it's something that became very natural to me. I saw an advert in a newspaper and the next minute I knew I was sending Christmas vouchers to my friends, and I think it's such a fantastic concept because it's more than just a generic donation. You're lending to someone specific, you hear of their updates, you see their progress, and it's really satisfying and fulfilling as a lender.
10 million families need financial access. 10 million families need these tiny loans to make some big achievement in their life. Still, we are less than 1 million. But this is the challenge which we will inshallah meet with our resources, with our reach, with our resourceful persons, with our state support, but we will also seek your assistance, your support, care support, and together we can all make this world a happy place to live in. Ladies and gentlemen, poverty is pain, poverty is poison. So let's fight together and give somebody a chance or an opportunity to realize his or her potential. Thank you very much.